Aquarius. Listen very carefully. Something is shifting under this November 6th to 7th full moon, and I know you can already feel it. It's like the air around you has changed. You can't explain it, but your spirit knows. Something big is coming, something sacred, something strange. You're restless. Your sleep is lighter. Your heart feels heavy, but also expectant, like it's waiting for a message it hasn't heard yet. This isn't your imagination. This full moon isn't like the others. It carries a different kind of energy, an energy that activates destinies, exposes fake people, and pushes chosen souls into their miracle timeline. And Aquarius, your name is on that list. You don't even know it yet, but your name is being spoken in rooms you've never even walked into. People are mentioning you in conversations you're not part of. Your story is traveling to places your feet haven't touched. That opportunity you thought you lost, it's circling back. That door that stayed locked for years, it's shaking on its hinges right now. Something or someone is about to open it. But before you celebrate, hear this warning. Whenever your miracle timeline activates, 3 things also come for you first, every single time. Number 1, isolation. People go silent. Messages slow down. Invitations stop. You don't understand why. You start asking yourself, did I do something wrong? Why does everyone feel distant? But this is not rejection. This is God pulling you away from noise so you can hear your next instructions. Number 2, spiritual warfare. Sudden stress, unexpected problems, technology breaking, money acting strange. Little things go wrong all at once, not because you're cursed, but because the enemy fights hardest right before the miracle arrives. Number 3, silence from the people you love the most. The ones you always support, suddenly don't support you. The ones you expect to clap for you, don't even look your way. But listen, heaven will often quiet the people around you, so you finally listen to the voice within you. So Aquarius, stay right here, because if even one of these 7 signs I'm about to reveal matches your life, then your miracle isn't on the way. It has already started, invisible, silent, powerful. The question is, will you recognize it before it's too late? So don't scroll, don't click away. This next 30 minutes could be the confirmation your soul has been begging for. Comment right now, I'm ready, if your spirit already knows this message is for you. Because the full moon isn't just light in the sky, it's a spiritual alarm clock. And tonight, it is ringing your name. Aquarius, let's talk about the pressure you've been feeling, the heavy chest, the random anxiety, the sudden moments where you feel like crying for no reason, the way small problems are turning into storms. Nothing feels stable, nothing feels peaceful. And you're wondering, why now? What did I do wrong? But hear me clearly, this is not bad luck. This is not punishment. This is spiritual resistance, because something good, something massive, is coming your way. Before diamonds shine, they're crushed. Before gold is valued, it's melted in fire. Before a miracle comes, pressure shows up first. You're not breaking down, you're being transformed. But here's what makes it confusing. Everything starts hitting you at the same time. You're tired, but can't sleep. You're strong, but suddenly feel weak. You try to pray, but don't know what to say. You want to give up, but something inside you refuses. That something is your spirit quietly saying, hold on. This pain is not the end. It's the evidence you're close. But here's the twist. When God is about to rewrite your story, He doesn't start with comfort. He starts with pressure. Why? Because pressure reveals truth. Pressure exposes fake friends. Pressure forces you to stop depending on people and start depending on God. Pressure shows you who is real, who is loyal, and who was only with you for the good times. You prayed for elevation, right? You asked God to remove what's blocking your destiny. So now He's doing it, even if it feels painful. That's why certain people left. That's why things fell apart. That's why your timeline got delayed. Not because you're cursed, because you're being prepared. Look at your life right now. Are doors closing? Are people acting strange? Are you suddenly uncomfortable in places where you used to feel fine? That's a sign. You've outgrown what you prayed to stay in. God is applying pressure to move you where your miracle is waiting. Think about a bow and arrow. Before the arrow flies forward, it must be pulled backward. That backward tension, that pressure, is not failure. It's positioning. That's exactly where you are. Listen closely, Aquarius. If you're experiencing spiritual pressure, heaviness with no reason, heartbreak with no explanation, chaos that seems never-ending, it means your miracle timeline has already activated. You're not losing. You're not alone. You're not at the end. You are at the turning point, and the enemy knows it. That's why the attacks increased. That's why you feel tired for no reason. That's why life feels like a battlefield, not because you're weak, but because you're chosen. So I want you to do this. Take a deep breath. Place your hand on your heart and whisper this calmly. This pressure is not my ending. It's my beginning. Comment down below. Yes, I feel this spiritual pressure. Or, this message is speaking to me. Because the moment you acknowledge it, you break the silence around it. Aquarius, let's talk about the part no one warns you about. The silence, the distance, the nights where your phone doesn't ring, and the people you always showed up for suddenly disappear. You start to notice. The group chats go quiet. Your calls get ignored. You walk into rooms and feel invisible. It's like the world pressed mute on you, and your heart whispers, why is everyone fading away? Did I do something wrong? But let me tell you the truth, most people don't hear in time. This is not rejection. This is repositioning. God isn't isolating you to hurt you. He's isolating you to prepare you. Here's what's really happening. When God is about to elevate you, He removes the noise around you, because you can't hear divine instruction while drowning in distraction. You're not being pushed out. You're being pulled aside, pulled away from people who can't go where you're going, pulled away from conversations that no longer match your purpose, pulled away from environments that feed your old self, not your future self. Your spirit feels it, even if your mind doesn't understand it yet. But here's the twist. Silence doesn't mean nothing is happening. It means everything is happening, just not in front of you. God is moving hearts, shifting rooms, aligning opportunities with your name on them. But He can't let you see it yet, because faith requires trust without proof. You're in the hallway between the life you prayed to leave and the life you prayed to live. But the hallway is always quiet. Pay attention to this. Isolation isn't punishment, it's preparation. Think about every major transformation in history. David was alone with sheep before he faced Goliath. Joseph was thrown into a pit before he reached the palace. Jesus went into the wilderness before he began his mission. They weren't abandoned, they were being positioned. So if you feel alone right now, congratulations, you're not being left behind. You're being handpicked for something greater. You'll know you're in this season when you're surrounded by people, but still feel lonely. You stop begging people to stay in your life. You lose the desire to explain yourself. Your soul craves peace over attention. You start choosing silence over arguments. That's not depression. That's transformation. Your spirit no longer fits the room you outgrew. And here's the deepest part. Some people were only assigned to your healing season, not your miracle season. God heard conversations you didn't. He saw intentions you couldn't. So He quietly removed people and protected your destiny. It hurt, yes, but it also saved you. comment below right now. Yes, I've felt distant from everyone lately. Or, this isolation makes sense now. Because when you speak it, your soul begins to heal from it. Aquarius. Let's talk about the chaos nobody prepared you for. One moment, life feels stable. Then suddenly, everything shifts. Money that was flowing stops. People who were loyal leave, or someone you never expected comes back with guilt, apology, or unfinished words. You start asking yourself, why is everything changing at the same time? Why now? Did I mess up? But take a breath, because this is not destruction. This is divine construction. Here's the truth. When your miracle timeline activates, God starts rearranging your life. Not just your blessings, your environment, your emotions, your finances, your relationships. Why? Because what you prayed for cannot fit into the life you're still holding on to. So things begin to shift, sometimes slowly, sometimes violently. The universe begins to remove, replace, and realign everything connected to your destiny. Let's get real. This is how it looks. One day, you're financially stable. The next day, unexpected bills show up. Someone you counted on suddenly goes cold, distant, or disappears. Or the opposite. Someone from your past returns with tears, regret, or I should have treated you better. Your emotions go from peaceful to uncertain. Your plans get delayed. Your heart feels like it's shifting and you don't know why. And you start questioning everything. This is not punishment. This is repositioning. But here's the twist. Disruptions aren't punishments. They are divine renovations before blessings enter. Renovation always looks like destruction before it becomes beautiful. The walls get broken, the floor gets torn up, everything looks like a mess. But what if God is not breaking you? He's making space for what you asked for. What if that delay is protection? What if that breakup is redirection? What if that financial struggle is teaching you how to manage the abundance that's coming next? Look closely at your life right now. Are things falling apart? Or are they secretly falling into place? Maybe that person left because they couldn't go where you're headed. Maybe that job ended because your purpose isn't meant to stay small. Maybe your emotions feel unstable because your spirit is adjusting to a higher frequency. This is spiritual remodeling. It feels like loss, but it's actually transition. Aquarius, hear this. You can't pray for elevation and then expect nothing to change. Elevation demands separation. Breakthrough demands disruption. The universe is not against you. It is rearranging itself to deliver what belongs to you. So instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what is this preparing me for? Engagement. Prompt, be honest, did something suddenly change for you recently? Let your heart answer. You don't have to explain, just acknowledge it. Aquarius. If you've been seeing numbers like 1111, 222, 333, 555, if dreams feel too real, if names echo in your mind, or if moments feel like you've lived them before, this is not random. This is alignment. This is spiritual messaging. This is confirmation. You're not crazy. You're not overthinking. Your spirit is finally waking up to what your soul already knows. Your miracle timeline is active. You notice it in the quiet moments. You check the clock, 11:11. You glance at a receipt, $22.22. You wake up at 3:33 a.m. for no reason. Your heart jumps, but your mind still doubts. You think, is this just coincidence? Number. It's communication. Repeating numbers are like spiritual notifications, messages from the universe, from angels, from God, reminding you that you're on the right path, even if it doesn't look like it yet. Dreams become louder. You dream of someone you haven't seen in years. You hear your name being called, but no one is there. You see doors, roads, oceans, or light chasing you in your sleep. Some dreams scare you. Some feel peaceful. Some feel like warnings. Aquarius, pay attention. The universe speaks in dreams when your mind is too loud during the day. You start experiencing déjà vu. You walk into a place and suddenly feel like you've been there before. A conversation happens, and you know exactly what the other person is about to say. You think, I've lived this moment already. This isn't illusion. This is alignment. Your soul is recognizing steps it already walked in the spiritual realm before they happen in the physical world. But here's the twist. The universe gives signs, but if you ignore them, the signs stop. Spiritual signs are like whispers. If you respond, they get louder. If you doubt, mock, or ignore them, they grow silent. Not because you are forgotten, but because faith cannot grow in people who refuse to listen. So when you see 1111, don't just smile and scroll. Pause, close your eyes, speak life. I am aligned. I am ready. I receive. When dreams come, write them down. Some dreams don't make sense now, but one day they will. Why are you seeing these signs now? Because your timeline is shifting. You are transitioning from survival to purpose, from waiting to walking into destiny. God, the universe, whatever name you use, knows you're close. So signs appear more frequently to guide you, to comfort you, to warn you, to confirm you're not alone. Here's what to do when signs appear. Check mark. Say it out loud. I received the message. Show me more. Write them down. Numbers, dreams, names, symbols. Don't panic. These are not curses. They are confirmations. Stay humble. Signs are guidance, not ego boosts. Pray, meditate, or sit in silence. Answers follow quiet souls. Comment below, what repeating numbers have you seen? Or, I've been dreaming strange things lately. Because when you speak it, you align with it, Aquarius. This is the part no one warns you about. Before the applause, before the success becomes loud, before the miracle becomes visible, people will start watching you in silence. You'll notice it. They don't talk to you. They don't comment. They don't message. But they're watching every move you make. They view your stories. They scroll through your profile. They ask mutual friends about you, but not you directly. They don't clap for you yet, but they're studying you. This is not your imagination. This is sign number 6. People begin to notice you, even in silence. Here's how you know it's happening. Someone you haven't spoken to in months suddenly likes your old post. A person who ignored you before now watches every single story. People who once doubted you now speak your name with quiet respect. You walk into a room and you feel eyes on you, curious, silent, observing. Someone says, "Hey, I heard about you from," even though you never told anyone. It feels strange, almost uncomfortable, like you're being seen, but not supported, watched, but not celebrated. But here's the truth, no one tells you. Your rise always starts in silence. Before success becomes public, it becomes noticed. Before people clap, they watch. Before they speak your name out loud, they whisper it in rooms you're not in. But here's the twist. Fame doesn't start with applause. It starts with whispers. This is the season where eyes are on you, but mouths stay closed. Some are inspired, some are curious, some are jealous, but they will never admit it. They won't support you publicly, but they're secretly waiting to see if you'll fail or fly. And then something else happens. People who left you start circling back. Old friends who never believed in you come with soft voices like, "Hey, I always knew you were different. We should catch up soon. I'm proud of you." Not because they supported you, but because now they see you. Opportunities start showing up. without you chasing them. Someone recommends your name in a meeting. A message comes in. Can we work together? A door that was locked opens like it was waiting for you the whole time. This is not luck. This is God saying, you kept walking when no one was clapping. Now it's time to be seen. But Aquarius, listen carefully. This stage is delicate. You are becoming visible, but not yet fully celebrated. You must move with wisdom. Here's what you do. Don't brag. Let results speak. Don't rush. What's yours will wait. Don't let attention distract you from the mission. Stay humble, stay quiet, stay focused. Why? Because those same people who are quietly watching today will soon speak loud about you tomorrow. You might feel this now if you feel eyes on you, even in silence. People are curious, but not supportive. You've become more private because your spirit knows you're being observed. You sense that your name is in rooms you're not in yet. If yes, then this is not paranoia. This is positioning. Your presence is no longer invisible. Your light is starting to leak through the crack. Comment CTA to spark engagement. Do you feel like someone is silently watching your glow up? Or, I feel this. People are watching, but not speaking. Because when you say it out loud, it loses its power to intimidate you. Stay with me, Aquarius, because the next chapter is the most powerful one yet. Aquarius, this is the moment everything shifts. Not outside you, but inside you. You don't announce it to anyone. You don't post about it. You just change. You stop over-explaining yourself. You stop chasing people to understand you. You stop begging for love, attention, answers, or closure. It's not that the storm stops. It's that your heart is no longer afraid of it. This is sign number 7. Peace in the middle of chaos. You know this feeling. Life is still chaotic. Money isn't perfect. Relationships are complicated. The future looks uncertain. Yet, somehow, there's a quiet calm in your soul. It's like your spirit whispers, I don't know how, but I know everything will be okay. You wake up, and your first thought isn't stress. It's surrender. You stop forcing things to work. You stop chasing what keeps running. You finally understand what's meant for you doesn't need to be begged for. But here's the twist. Right before the miracle arrives, life gets the loudest. Don't quit now. This is the enemy's last attempt to distract you. This is the universe's final test. Can you stay calm when everything around you is screaming? Bills show up. People argue. Old pain tries to return. Silence becomes heavier. The storm gets louder, not because you're being punished, because you're about to cross over. Every miracle has a final battle. Every breakthrough has a final test. Every elevation requires proof that you won't collapse the moment life shakes again. What does this peaceful shift look like? You choose silence over drama. You stop explaining your worth to people who already know it, but pretend not to. You no longer feel the urge to fight for space in someone's life. You lose interest in revenge and instead desire rest. You don't overreact anymore. You observe, breathe, and move wisely. And most importantly, you feel peace, not because life is perfect, but because your soul is protected. Aquarius, this is maturity, spiritual maturity. This is when heaven knows you're ready, not just to receive blessings, but to carry them, because a blessing without peace becomes a burden. So God gives peace before he gives the miracle. If this is you right now, listen carefully. Don't mistake peace for laziness. Don't mistake rest for giving up. You didn't quit. You surrendered. You're not running anymore. You're aligning. And when you align, things begin to come to you. People return with apologies. Opportunities knock on your door. Money flows unexpectedly. Love finds you without chasing it, because you're finally in a place where your soul can receive, not just survive. Comment CTA. Type I receive this timeline if you feel this peace. Or, this is me, I stopped chasing. Your words are powerful. What you declare, you attract. Stay with me. We're about to enter the final chapter, the full moon declaration. Speak it before you see it. This is where you claim your miracle with faith, not fear. Aquarius, take a deep breath. Wherever you are, sitting alone in your room, watching this in silence, or listening with your heart beating fast. Know this moment is not an accident. This November 6th to 7th full moon is not just light in the sky. It is a spiritual appointment, a meeting between your soul and your destiny. You may feel tired. You may be broken, misunderstood, underestimated. People may have counted you out. But listen closely. Heaven never did. Cinematic declaration, Aquarius, they counted you out. But heaven counted you in. They ignored you when you were invisible. But they will watch when you rise in public. Your pain was private, but your rise will be public. Your story is not over. It's just shifting chapters. This full moon didn't come to destroy you. It came to announce you. It came to remind you. You were never buried to die. You were planted to grow. Final whisper lines. They buried you thinking it was over, but you were a seed. Your tears watered the soil. Your isolation protected the roots. And now the ground is breaking open because you are rising. Your miracle timeline is not something you're waiting for. It has already begun, right now, in this moment, as you hear these words. But here's the truth you must understand. Miracles don't always arrive with fireworks. Sometimes they arrive quietly, in the form of peace, in the form of strength to keep going, in the moment you decide not to give up. And the enemy knows that if you truly believe, you become unstoppable. So right before your breakthrough, life gets loud. People pull away. Unexpected battles rise. Your mind tries to doubt. But Aquarius, don't quit now. Speak it before you see it. Right here, right now. Declare it with me. I am not behind. I am in alignment. My miracle timeline is active. What is mine is already on its way. I don't chase. I attract what is meant for me. I rise now. Because your words are not just sounds, they are spiritual keys. They unlock doors you cannot see yet. Full moon, activation prayer, declaration, optional spoken moment. God, universe, source. If this is truly my time, I receive it. If this is truly my season, I step into it. I release fear. I release doubt. I release every version of me that was built in pain, and I choose to rise into the version of me that was built in faith. Now listen, this is important. You don't need to force what's already yours. You don't need to chase what is divinely aligned. You don't need to beg people to see your value. Your energy is shifting. Your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't walked into yet. Your future is already opening its doors. So stand tall, even if your voice shakes, even if your hands tremble. Speak it before you see it. Final call to action. Comment, plus, subscribe. Comment right now. I rise now. If this message touched your soul, if you're ready to walk into this miracle timeline, subscribe because your next video will reveal how to protect this blessing before it arrives. Because what's coming is powerful and not everyone can be trusted with it. Aquarius, this is not the end. This is the turning point. Your rise has already begun. They buried me as a mistake, but I was a seed. This is my 48-hour resurrection. This is my divine comeback. You're not waiting for your moment. You are the moment. The energy you carry now is the announcement the universe has been waiting for. You've shifted from the timeline of survival to the timeline of sovereignty. No more fear, no more delay, no more explaining your journey to people who were never meant to understand it. This is your time to walk with quiet confidence, knowing heaven already confirmed what humans doubted. Every divine reset ends with a divine reveal, and yours has just begun. Final call to action. Comment, "I receive my final reset," if this message hit your spirit. Subscribe, because in my next video, I'll reveal what happens 24 hours before the reset completes. And as the screen fades to black, whisper one last truth to your audience and to yourself. The silence was never empty. It was sacred, and what's about to rise from it will rewrite everything.